You think you do, but you don't.
There's something different about Classic.
Yeah, it's well designed.
18 years and 9 expansions later, people still want to play the original version of the game.
Yeah, it's
So
a
what
good
makes
game.
Classic so special? Why is it that we keep coming back to vanilla?
Because it has good game
And
design.
what's next?
Sometimes I think about how good Classic WoW was.
What if one day we got Classic Plus?
If there was a Classic Plus, chat, would you guys be okay with the tuning of classes like Boom
Only
Games,
buffs. Yeah,
Shadow
definitely.
Freeze, Red Paladin?
What if they open Grim Patrol?
I'm sold. Blizzard, do it.
What if all those like big quest chains or quest lines that they never got to finish were made?
Yes, we're getting another iteration of Classic.
What if we got a Karazhan Scarlet Crusade raid?
That would
People
be
genuinely
sick.
want Classic Plus.
They're planning
It'd be
something
fun.
else, and it's not Season of Mastery 2.
New zones that have different purposes.
They're probably planning Classic Plus.
There is so much potential for Classic Plus. New tiers, new raids, Emerald
back.
Dream, Karazhan.
There's so many things you can do with World of Warcraft.
Yeah, it's true. So here's the big thing though. There's so many things you can do with WoW, but new expansions come out all the time, and people baby rage about the new things they've done with WoW. So you can't just do new things, it has to be doing the right things. But the way humans are, is if you change anything, and it's not like amazing, then it's automatically shit. So it's really scary and fine line to do something and not freak the community out. And that's why whenever I've talked about Classic Plus, I've talked about implementing like the RuneScape theory or the RuneScape kind of idea where you have the community be in charge of the direction of new game decisions that are added into Classic Plus. So for example, I think it's like 70 or 80% of the RuneScape community has to approve of something before it's implemented into their game. And if it sucks because the community maybe decided on something wrong, they're like, oh, we thought we wanted this, but it actually sucks ass, and they can vote it out later, right? So the community's kind of in charge, and at the end of the day, then the community made the wrong choice, and they can change it, right? So anyway, let's keep watching.
Classic Plus would kill it if they did it right.
If they did it right, that's the hard part, yeah. If they did it right. I think everyone would disagree on what right means, right?
Do you remember the first time you played WoW?
Hell yeah, I do.
I do.
Yeah.
I remember first loading this game up as a shy 13-year-old and being absolutely blown away by the immersion the game had to offer.
Yeah, I was 12, it was
The
great.
music, the story, the world.
Oh, bring me back.
It felt like the game I'd always wanted to play. Fast forward 17 years and I'm still playing that game. Almost 2 decades after Vanilla's initial release and 4 years after its re-release, the game has a population that is growing.
Is it actually growing? It's impressive.
This is almost unprecedented. It's often forgotten how culturally significant WoW was at the time.
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft?
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
Okay, you call it just the game.
Didn't you go out and socialize with your friends?
I am socializing, Artard. I'm logged on to an
A
MMORPG.
video game having this much mainstream appeal wasn't normal. WoW was different. Classic is a reminder of that. It's not just that Classic is good, it's also that it's not retail. People are tired of the way retail WoW is going.
Rich.
Blizzard thinks, oh, you know, the majority of players, they just want, you know, the new sparkles, they want the new mounts.
No.
Dude, I hate this game. This game made you, dude.
This game.
I don't care.
People ask, why not play it on retail? Would that be fun, Czar?
It just seems like over and over, classic
True.
WoW
Do I
just
really
keeps
sound like
getting
that,
the
though?
attention. It keeps getting the limelight. That's where players want to be.
Cash shops, a fragmented world and story, loss of class identity, an absurd amount of bloat, and expansions that make all previous content completely worthless, causing the world to feel infinitely smaller.
Yep.
You serious?
This is like one of the biggest problems in WoW. Every expansion removed everything that existed before. That is not how you want to expand an MMO in general. The game is basically smaller than it was ever before because all of this is actually completely useless.
We've
At its
talked about that
core,
before.
WoW and
I just have to pause for like 8 seconds and just say this guy is an incredible editor, and I'm really glad I watched this video, and he's really done a good job of picking out a bunch of different clips from a bunch of different streamers over a long period of time. Let's
its
keep watching.
expansion system is fundamentally flawed.
During Legion, they took a risk with artifact power, a never-ending grind, and it was met very, very well by the players. Battle for Azeroth is already in production. It's not until the end of Legion that people start getting annoyed with artifact power. Oh no, our next expansion has exactly the same system in place, and there's nothing they can do about it. We've already built it.
It's not even that the game's changed. It's that it's now a different game entirely. The people who enjoy retail are for the most part a completely different type of consumer.
Yeah.
But there is clearly still a market for the old WoW.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I always talk about.
So much better is because everything you do in Classic matters, and everything you do in retail feels like it doesn't matter at all. It feels like it's gone tomorrow. But in Classic WoW, everything feels good because it's such a goddamn battle to get anywhere.
The recent success of the original game is the clearest message Blizzard could receive.
The fans, the community, we know what we want. We know where we want the game to go.
Yeah, so have the community make the choices and pull it like
the era
RuneScape.
is thriving. People love hardcore. Where does Blizzard go from here? People have been playing vanilla on private servers for over a decade. So is that it? Or is there room for a new direction for Classic? The No Changes movement was great for Classic's initial release, but some of us think that there's potential for something greater. Something that could remove the need to restart on another server every 1 or 2 years. Something like Classic Plus.
It's risky though,
Classic Plus is the idea that Blizzard should take the original version of the game and expand on it. Keep that one world, but add new content in line with what made vanilla so great. Turn it into a true forever game.
Tarazan,
This isn't a new concept. Blizzard needs to learn, steal, and listen. Imagine a game with an open line of communication between the players and the devs.
Yeah, exactly.
Where new potential content is voted for.
Yes, exactly.
A game
That's
that
what I've been
places an
saying.
emphasis on the world and not the players. Where you get rewarded for the way you want to play. That has an ever-expanding world where nothing gets left behind. Whether you believe it or not, it's already happening.
Senior game designer, WoW Classic. Design and implement features and content into the Classic WoW experience.
That's the Classic
speculation
Plus, boys.
that's
A little
happening,
string
yeah.
on the top.
Classic era servers may include new content that differs from the experience of the original WoW.
Classic logo, right there.
Classic's full potential is Classic Plus.
That is what Vanilla Plus really means, is it not? Unlimited potential.
Guy's a nice setup.
The fact of the matter is, the audience is already here. Remember what happened last time there was a private server this successful?
Recently invited the org development team,
Xaryu,
to its campus in Irvine, California.
Blizzard have an opportunity to undo years of missteps. To unveil a new timeline. Classic Plus will be a love letter to its players. A shift is happening in the gaming community. And in November, when we have our first BlizzCon in years, you'll see it too. Classic Plus.
I can't
will be
wait.
a new
I
era
hope we get
for
that
WoW.
announcement. I hope we get the announcement. I don't know if it's actually gonna come
shit.
though. Alright, I've just gotta say, I'm really happy we gave this video the time because half the chat was for it and half not. Dude, this video has 600 views. That was really good. Taku, well done. Some of the best editing I've seen. Like that's just a really good video, man. Yeah, we definitely gave that one a thumbs up. Yeah, this is pretty much exactly, I mean, I've talked about it so much, but what's scary about Classic Plus is accidentally making the same mistakes or different mistakes that we've made with retail to where like, okay, you have Classic, let's expand on it, right? Let's add new zones, and like all of a sudden you're in the same position where you have a lot of the same problems. So it's like, no, you want to keep it Classic-like enough to where it feels like Classic, but you still get like those new experiences, which is tricky, right? It's a fine line. So it's not an easy task. And I think the best way to handle that is kind of what RuneScape did, and he mentions that in the video. And I really think that that's how you would move forward with a Classic Plus system. And at the end of the day, if people didn't like direction that was taken, they could end up voting it out. So yeah, I would, I mean, that would be sick if they announce it. Guys, type 1 in the chat if they're gonna announce Classic Plus in November next month at BlizzCon. 2 in the chat if no shot. I see a bit of both. I don't know. I haven't played WoW in 10 plus years, but if they came out with Classic Plus, I'd return. Yeah, Yeah, I think a lot of people would. Like, that would be nuts. Let's get this in the algorithm somehow. Give it a thumbs up or whatever. Yeah. All right.